Tell me, Senator, did you nurse Catherine yourself?
What?
Did you breastfeed her?
Now, wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Toughened your nipples, didn't it?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, Mom, when your little girl is on the slab, where will it tickle you?
Take this thing back to Baltimore.
5 for 10, strongly built, about 180 pounds. Hair blonde, eyes pale blue. He'd be about 35 now. He said he lived in Philadelphia, but may have lied. That's all I can remember, Mom. But if I think of any more, I will let you know. Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the promised drunk commentary. We went about the other commentaries saying that we were going to be drunk, and then we didn't end up really.
No.
We were drunk at the end of the night.
Yeah. I enjoyed it because we only got a bottle of wine and we got some brew dogs. But
Yes.
we only started drinking that towards the end of the night once. But your
Once
dad
my
was
family
like,
arrived.
Yeah, and then your dad was very judgmental.
Well, we're not doing my favourite film because my favourite film is Shawshank Redemption. It's 2.5 hours and it's like, I don't know if we'd have much fun with the commentary. But we're doing basically my favourite film, second favourite film, which is The Silence of the Lambs, and then if we have time, Back to the Future. Which is unequivocally your favourite film.
Yes.
Or does it change?
No, it is. I like Back to the Future a lot. I'm very
Have you watched Silence of the Lambs since?
No.
No, since what? What would it have been?
It would have been one of the first things
It was
we
the first one. It was one of the first 10.
I thought that said Anthony Head.
No, fresh from his cameo in Sweeney Todd.
I have a shave.
I am disappointed that I couldn't get a bigger role.
I was meant to be a ghost.
I was meant to be a gentleman ghost. Diane Keaton. Who does Brooke Smith play well?
In this?
Yes.
The person who's kidnapped.
Very good, Will.
Yeah.
Who does Charles Napier play?
I don't know. Chief of the police.
No, Sergeant Pembury. So, what's your relationship with Silence of the Lambs? Because it's like my second favourite film.
I've only ever seen it once.
You're kidding.
No, and that was with you. Well, not with you. When you made me watch, not maybe when you recommended
Did I know
it.
this? I don't think I knew this.
Did you not?
This might have been early in the podcast, so you lied to me to impress me.
Probably.
And said that you loved it.
Yeah.
So the first time you ever watched it was for the podcast?
Yeah.
But we talked about Hannibal.
I think I'd seen Hannibal before Silence of the Lambs.
Hannibal's a great film.
And Red Dragon.
Great films. I am the Red Dragon.
Incredible.
Good flick, Jodie.
So at what point does... I was going to make a Marathon Man joke.
Good film.
They both start the same way.
No.
No? Oh, no, because...
He's in Argentine. Yeah. He's in the Argentine. Or does it start with the... Dustin Hoffman is running at the start.
He always isn't he? He's always running.
Hurt, agony, pain, love it.
Twist it.
How do you feel about running?
Oh, I'm a runner. What's that meant to mean?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Elaborate.
It's the cheapest form of exercise, hence why I do it. I run, and I've got a couple of 5 kgs
What do you feel about all this science that says that it's as good as walking?
I think walking's better for you than running. But
We
running,
just walked up a hill.
I live on the top of Mount Everest.
Tak Fujimoto, great director of photography. So this is by Jonathan Demme, one of my favourite filmmakers. Have you seen any other Jonathan Demme movie? Have you seen Married to the Mob? No. Have you seen Philadelphia?
No.
Good. No, it's a good film. Good. You haven't seen Philadelphia.
Is that the one with Tom Hanks?
It is, and Denzel, yeah.
Did he win for that?
Yes, he won back-to-back with Forrest Gump. No, he won Philadelphia first, then won...
Should Forrest Gump have... Forrest Gump's always the one, isn't it?
I think it's a good performance, but when you factor into the fact that he was up against Morgan Freeman for the Shawshank Redemption, no, probably not. I love this. They're already investigating skins. What? Why? J.C. Penney? Oh, Jack Crawford. Are you going to do some bullshit where you say that you prefer Red Dragon to this?
No, I think Hannibal's my favourite.
Yeah. I love the Mason Verger stuff in Hannibal.
Yeah.
But what about the rest?
I like the rest in peace. What's he called?
Who's dead? I'm trying to. Oh, Ray Liotta. Yeah. As Paul Crendley. Yes, with the brain. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a good finale.
Yeah.
But you're not going to actually say that it's a better film. It's more enjoyable, maybe.
Yes.
Well, no, this is very enjoyable.
Yes.
As the camera pans to a newspaper saying that full of a skin 5 words. Good morning. The wonderful Scott Glenn, who is recast in Red Dragon as Harvey Keitel.
Oh.
Well, this is the thing. The Paul Crendler role, the Ray Liotta role, is actually in this film, but it's a minor role. I'll point him out. Remind me.
I forget. Is he a policeman? Ray Liotta.
Yeah, he's an FBI agent.
Oh. But it's Diane Keaton who plays.
You're kidding.
No.
Julianne Moore.
Oh, they're the same.
You think that you just confused Julianne Moore with Diane Keaton?
Yeah. Because Diane Keaton's in As Good As It Gets.
No, she's in Something's Got to Give. What's your favourite movie with Jack Nicholson with multiple words in it? Hannibal Lecter. Does it annoy you as much as it annoys me in Red Dragon that he's supposed to be 10 years younger and all they did was dye his hair? How do you feel about the end of Red Dragon? There's a lady here to see him. What's her name?
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I do like that he's called Will. Will. Does he love him? Are they in love?
Well, you've never watched Hannibal, the TV series.
No.
Which is, I don't even think it's subtext that they gave for each other.
Oh, right.
It's great. Very good show. The Fannibal community, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Hannibal Lecter is probably my favourite
character of all time.
Because I love the first 3 books. I mean, Hannibal's a huge mess because he didn't want to write it, but it is still fun. I don't love Hannibal Rising, but I love Red Dragon. You've never watched Manhunter?
No, I've heard good things.
It's excellent. It's very, very good. I think... Why, he's a monster. I think you'd come in with some hot take that you actually prefer Brian Cox as Lecter.
No.
He's very good.
What does he play Lecter in?
In Manhunter.
Oh, right.
So they bought Dino De Laurentiis. Oh no, Yeah, no, it was doing it. He bought the rights to Red Dragon when it first was a hit.
Did Red Dragon come first?
Red Dragon's the first book, and Hannibal's like a minor character.
Oh.
And so they made it into Manhunter, which is a straight adaptation of the book, and Hannibal's only in it for like 10 minutes. And Brian Cox plays him, and he's excellent. Manhunter is phenomenal. Love Manhunter. Then, years pass, they make Silence of the Lambs, they adapt it. Then obviously that's a huge success. So they make Thomas Harris write another Hannibal book. He writes Hannibal, which is a big mess, but they still make the film. Jodie drops out, blah, 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 blah. Then they're like, oh, let's remake Red Dragon as Red Dragon this time.
Why did Jodie drop out?
Well, in the original book, Hannibal, they get together at the end.
Oh.
And she was like, that's a complete betrayal of the character. But by the time that they'd rewritten the script to make it not that, as the film ends, she was already long gone. Yeah. And as I've always said, Julianne Moore is great in the film, but it's weird. I don't even like it when it's for good, like Maggie Gyllenhaal and Katie Holmes.
Yeah. But Maggie Gyllenhaal's a weird one because it's not even she's a weird one. But it's not even if she's continuing the character for the future series. She's just in the next film, and then Rachel dies.
And then Rachel dies. And also, it's like she's suddenly a real character as well. When do I 85?
That's a good line.
It's all great. It's a masterpiece of a film. Do you remember your bullshit, what's the change?
Was it... what was it?
You don't like any of the infrared Buffalo Bill with his goggles on?
Oh, do I not? Well, we'll get to it. That really annoyed you?
It really annoys me, yes, well.
I do remember. Nighttime, not infrared.
The infrared? The nighttime, his
yeah,
goggles?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Wonderful. Frankie Faison now as Barney, who is the only person who appears in all 3 movies, as well as Anthony Hopkins. Oh. Actually, no. I've ruined my own fact. He's the only person who has appeared in all 3 movies and Manhunter, because he's like he's a cop. Hi, I'm Barney.
Does he play Barney in Manhunter?
No. Do you remember him in Hannibal as a collector of all things Hannibal Lecter? I found your mask. It's rather orderly.
What's he called? What's Gary Oldman's character called?
Mason Verger.
Was he in love with Hannibal?
Yes, Mason Verger is a homosexual. He is also a pedophile.
Is he?
Little boys will do anything for a lollipop.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yes, he is a homosexual, and the wonderful Miggs here. Oh no, that's not Miggs.
Who's that? Oh, it's just me.
That's not me. That's not Miggs. That's Miggs. See, as a kid, I thought that was I Can Smell Your Cuts until I was reading the book in Lanzarote and was like, oh, hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
See, that's the classic nomenclature, because everybody thinks it's hello, Clarice, but it's actually good morning. Oh, what a man.
Very good actor.
Yes, he is. Have you watched The Father yet?
No.
It's very good, Will.
Is it? What's his best performance? Red 2.
I think, I don't know if I can pick, but if you were taking Anthony Hopkins, if you were picking the great actors of all time, and you were going like, you pick 3 and then you go into the ring, I think, you're not really like the eye, are you? And you took into the ring Magic, Silence of the Lambs, The Father. That's a pretty unbeatable. Yeah. What would you take in for De Niro? We love Cape Fear, but is
We
it
do love Cape
is it
Fear.
actually as good a performance as... you'd have to take in Raging Bull.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually take in Godfather Part 2.
The Intern.
Well,
I like The Intern.
I know you do. You love The Intern?
The
you love The
Internship.
Internship? Multiple eggs in the next cell. I know, I'm a sad child. I know. I can't remember what New Year's it was, but...
New Year?
New Year's Eve, and we ended up, me and my mum's friend Claire, and my friend Claire, well, I wouldn't... No, I'd call her a friend, yeah.
I myself can.
I know, incredible. Incredible. You wear eau de perfume, but not today. But not today. It's incredible. It's just absolutely the best. Right, this is the thing. This is the difference between this and Hannibal. He is a super hit. That's the Duomo, the same from the mountain. I have always said that the place I want to go is Florence.
Oh, no, because that's what I've always said.
Yeah.
But for better reasons, because I love architecture.
You love the
Not
architecture.
because I've seen it from a scene in the Science of Life.
Have I told you about a question I have in my quizzes, which I got from a book, which was, Simon and Garfunkel wrote the song So Long, Frank Lloyd Wright. What was Frank Lloyd Wright famous for? It's like, why would you phrase it that way? Same. I have another one from a book, which is, Nicole Kidman is a lepidopathobe. What is a lepidopathobe afraid of? It's butterflies, and it's definitely not lepidopathobe.
But yeah, so we're taking in Raging Bull. The Deer Hunter?
He's phenomenal in The Deer Hunter.
He's very good.
Do you take in Meet the Parents?
I was going to say this. I think he's great in... Oh no, it's Meet the Parents. Meet the Fockers is a bad film.
No, Little Fockers is a bad film.
I prefer Little Fockers to...
Meet the Fockers? Oh.
Yeah.
You know, my ex had only seen Meet the Fockers, and then I showed her Meet the Parents, and she was like, what? She thought that was the first film.
It's great. It's Meet the Parents is great.
I didn't. No, you ate yours. Incredible. It is just the best film. See, this is the exact point. She's fought back. She's witty. She's cunning.
She's a cunning linguist.
She's a very cunning linguist. Oh, Alan Cumming. Alan Cumming is a serial killer. I'd watch that.
Yeah. What, Alan Cumming or...
Love this. Lick of the finger. Wink. You're doing so well. No. Oh, we love Jodie. Have you seen Jodie Foster's Beaver? The oldest joke ever made. Hustling road with a little taste. Oh, those sticky fumblings in the back seats of cars. Again, I'm now going to put... Okay, you can make a few, little comments, but can you take this?
It's all power play, this scene.
Did you watch every frame as a painting before we started? Sticky families in the back seats of cars. Okay, alright, De Niro... Raging Bull. Let's say Cape Fear.
Yeah, why not?
And...
Joker. You gotta...
Yeah. Murray. I watched The Master the other day. Joaquin Phoenix is so much better in The Master, it's unreal.
You can say that.
You can't say that. I don't find that funny at all. De Niro. What about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
I've not seen it.
Oh,
still.
well.
It's Halloween's coming up, maybe.
Well, that is like... There it is. Famous line. How do you feel about this in the ranking of, lines that have become so famous that it's not cringeworthy when they actually come up, but it's like, oh, okay. Because I think on our... When I met Sally...
Did you know that he improvised?
Improvised.
Watch Mojo. Top 10 improvised moments.
Fly, 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 fly. See, this is the thing. This is the difference between 100 watches and one. Yeah. Is that fly, 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 fly. I love fly, 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 fly. Now this is obviously I love this film, and in all the commentary that got his kit off very quickly. That's not blood. I love that guy. I love.
What was it?
You know what that is.
Was it man stuff?
It was Agent Falling. How did he see that? Love most. Lewis Friend. Is that this time or is it? Yeah, look. Oh no. Miss Moffat and then Lewis Friend is later. You're. Go now! Incredible. Mix can't reload. Even though he is crazy, Miggs can't get some semen ready. Oh. And then again, they don't even do flashbacks cringily. There's no sepia tone. It's shot in exactly the same way. Oh, I love Jodie Foster in this. I love Jodie Foster in everything, but I love...
Bugsy Malone?
I love Bugsy Malone. Speaking of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, I used to watch that as a kid all the time.
Speaking of Jodie Foster and best...
actresses?
No.
Was Jodie Foster in the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel? I still haven't watched the sequel.
De Niro performances. We've not talked about Taxi Driver.
Oh! Okay, Taxi Driver, Raging Bull. I don't want to just pick another Scorsese. Why am I forgetting, like, what my favourite De Niro is?
Do you like The Irishman?
Oh, it might be The Irishman. I love The Irishman, Will. Have you watched it yet?
We've tried so hard for a 5-hour cut, but that's my Scorsese.
What? That is the worst Scorsese I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
Will is doing an entirely visual... oh, you're dead, Starling. Check your corners. You know what's great is that in the final fight with Buffalo Bill is that he's not in the corner. That would be so easy, cringy, bad screenwriting. See, this is another thing, the sexism of the time. And I mean, obviously, everybody talks about the great elevator shot where she goes in, and obviously Jodie's a smaller woman anyway. But that, another one, all of the guys just leering at her ass. Their asses. How lucky were they that he was called Hannibal? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I love this movie. And then Miggs came, so I got distracted. Oh, Miggs is dead. Miggs ate his own tongue. See, this is the thing. Like, Lecter is like superhero-esque in his abilities, but it's just this film, so it works. If it was, well, no, obviously it becomes, I mean, okay then, when he goes for the inspector. Martha, any follow-up on her? It's just this is one of those boring, we should have picked a different movie, because I just want to watch it. Let's keep doing with the, right, De Niro, I don't want to just pick 3 Scorseses.
Okay.
Taxi Driver.
I'm gonna get a discography up.
Alright. You're gonna get a filmography up.
What's discography?
Albums, discs.
Ah, okay. But DVD can be hidden.
Before we move on, what do you think about self-storage?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just starting a conversation, Will. This is a self-storage unit. What do you think about?
Oh, having your own storage unit.
Yeah, what do you think about storage units?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
No.
Especially one like this.
Because at any minute, some big group of people could come around and then your lawnmower's gone.
Yeah, they never show the episode of Storage Wars where they go, I paid every one of my bills. They opened the wrong storage locker. Oh, that's a good... I'd watch that.
Goodfellas. Casino. I like Casino.
I don't want to do another
Heat.
Scorsese.
Let's say Heat.
Heat wins.
Heat wins.
I was already... The problem is that I've already moved on to Pacino, and I was all ready to say Heat. Do you know what my Pacinos are?
What?
This is serious.
Devil's Advocate.
No, Devil's Advocate can't go in.
It came out 25 years ago.
I know. I Instagrammed and put at will. This is our national holiday, and you didn't even like it or share it.
Sorry.
My Pacinos, genuinely, because I rewatched it the other day. Glengarry Glen Ross, Heat, Godfather Part 2.
Very nice.
I don't think you can beat that.
Let's try.
Me and my ex once played this with Andrew Lloyd Webber versus...
What about analyse this and analyse that?
That's not Pacino. Oh, De Niro.
Yeah.
Oh, back to De Niro. What about The Family with Michelle Pfeiffer?
Al Pacino.
I've never understood why this man is dressed like a clown. Oh, it's not going to cut back to him, is it? And that was it. No, I can smell your cuts. That's another thing that confused me. Because in the next scene, Lecter gives her a towel and he's like, you need a towel. Carlito's way is fucking phenomenal. Jack and Jill.
I went to the cinema to see Jack and Jill.
Oh. Okay. That's a solid Pacino. Nicholson.
One further.
Cuckoo's Nest, definitely. Does Terms of Endearment get in there?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It can't
okay.
get in there. Witches of Eastwick.
I've not seen it. It's a musical, isn't it?
It's a great musical, but not the original film.
Oh.
There's a book. Then they made the film with Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, Cher, and Susan Sarandon.
Is it about witches?
It's about witches, yeah. Jack Nicholson is the devil, and he wants to fuck these 3 hot women, single women in the town, and then they become witches to fight back. It's the best film ever made.
Great.
Yeah, and the witches are Cher, Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Incredible.
And you know how I feel about 2 of those women. And I like Cher a lot.
Amanda Holden.
What do you feel about American flag being I mean, they couldn't own the car, basically. Basically, the car that they bought, they didn't... Suddenly the backer was like, no, you can't show my car. This is what I don't like about this self-storage, is that it's one big auditorium.
Yeah.
I remember helping out with some of the panto stuff for my amateur dramatics company. And we went to one of these sorts of self-storage where it was just a huge thing. And I was thinking, anybody could grab anything. I don't know why you'd want a panto cow. Do you remember what's inside there, Will?
Moth? Oh, a head.
You don't remember anything,
No.
do you? Incredible.
Whose storage container is that? Miss Muffet.
Barry's. Are you not in on Storage Wars enough for me to reference real Storage Wars people?
No.
Barry is the best man alive.
And Barry was on our Eggett's episode.
Yes, that's out now.
Is it out now?
It will be.
Yeah, it will be.
Incredible. There's a towel in there. I mean, he doesn't say that, but... You know what's a great musical we should do together, Will? Silence the Musical, which is a hilarious, real musical. Did I play the songs?
You played the Buffalo Bill song.
It's incredible. I'd fuck me hard, I'd fuck myself so fucking hard. It's incredible. It's a great... I'd have to... this is the problem. I'd play both, wouldn't I?
What, Lecter?
And Buffalo Bill.
Would I be Clarice?
Yeah, I could see that.
Thank you.
There shit. Do your best, Clarice, now. Go.
It's just a scratch.
Okay, that was okay. But it's got a bit more... I don't know. They were screaming, the lambs.
The
lambs.
They were screaming, the lambs. Shaken, not stir. I'll have a vodka martini.
Yeah.
Shaken, not
Benjamin Raspail.
a former. And mine. I did not kill him.
I assure you.
Merely fucked him.
Tucked him away. That sounded... Your first lecture sounded vaguely Jamaican, and I remember this story, which I'll tell you.
Okay.
So, we had on the... I won't say the name of the company, but I work for a cruise ship. And we had on board John Candy in real life from Cool Runnings.
Oh, incredible.
Incredible, yes. And his name is... Douglas... It's not Douglas.
Hodge.
Douglas Hodge. I am Willy Wonka.
I am what I am. Great Douglas Hodge.
It's great. Douglas Hodge is great. And his name is... I can't remember. But anyway, and then he, in real life, is a black Jamaican man. And we did a quiz, which was an ice white trivia quiz. I'm slowly giving it away. But I don't care. I just don't care. And they found... and I was hosting a quiz with my friend. I won't name her. It's a her. And
Got a lady friend?
no. And there was a question about Cool Runnings. And this lady wanted to do some pleasant banter. And she said, and of course we had the real life person on. And then she went to me and she went, but of course in real life... And then she realised that she couldn't say, he's a black man. And so I went, in real life he was very different. And then
he was there?
No, he wasn't there. But
no.
I was just, she realised very quickly that she couldn't go. And in real life, of course, John Candy was a black man. And, you know, isn't a bad thing to say in reality.
No.
But could be
Very untasteful.
Yeah, when at the most random as it was.
Yeah.
What I want is a view. I want to see the Duomo.
Which is the one where he ends up with his hat?
That's Hannibal.
That's Hannibal, yeah.
Hannibal is the one where he is in Florence for the first hour and we love it. And we want to just live his life.
Yeah.
I'll give you a full psychological profile of Buffalo Bill based on the case evidence. I'll help you catch him, Therese. Oh, it's just the best. It's just the fucking best film ever. Every time I watch Silence of the Lambs, I think, in actuality, do I prefer this to Shawshank? But then I watch Shawshank and I'm like, no. But this is the thing. This is the thing with favourite films. When was the last time you watched Back to the Future?
Oh, last year.
Yeah, but did you, put it on, or did you happen upon it on ITV4?
ITV4, yeah.
Oh, American Girl. It's just fucking phenomenal. It's just the best film. Should ever die? Cried did she? That's the thing with, your favourite movies. When do you actually put them on? Because you've watched them so much. I mean, I do the whole... Every year I do Godfather and Godfather Part 2 back to back on a Sunday.
Every Sunday. That's why I'm always messaging Tom. Do you want to do something this Sunday? No, I'm watching both Godfathers back to back.
Back to back.
You know this by now.
Monday, Shawshank. Tuesday, Sazla. We talked about this on the episode, but it's the biggest travesty of all this is that Ted Levine wasn't nominated for Best Supporting Actor. That's fucking insane to me. Wait. Was she a great big fat person? She was a big girl, yes. What do you prefer? Was she a great big fat person or Lecter? Was she a big girl? Romy. This was a technique of...
Oh, sorry, let me say it.
Okay.
It was John Wayne Gacy?
Bundy.
Ted Bundy. See, yeah, I never...
Are you going to say you never watched... you never went for a Bundy phase?
I know, I went for my Bundy phase.
As of recording, Dharma's just come out and everybody's kind of going through a Dharma phase.
Yeah. No, when Bundy, all the Bundy stuff, I never really listened to the tapes.
No. Right, let's talk about this. What is this Netflix approach of, we're going to make an average show, but then make a separate Netflix original called The Dharma Tapes, or The Diana Tapes, which is like, watch The Crown.
Oh, speaking of, have you seen the trailer?
I have. I love Imelda. We can be horny for a minute. Elizabeth Debicki as Diana might be my dream. Do you remember on the No Time to Die podcast where it got to the Ana de Armas bit, and we were, and she is incredible, and she is so charismatic and so funny and so wonderful and so great as an action. But it did get to a point where I just had to say, and let's just say it, she's incredible. She is the most. She is the
It's a lobster bisque.
Well, tell the story of you as your wonderful girlfriend. Of what were you trying to picture to watch? Gone Girl.
Gone Girl. Yeah.
And she said, "Is it another psychological thriller like that other Ben Affleck movie?"
I said, yeah, it's exactly but it's better.
Yeah,
I've still not seen Gone Girl.
Gone Girl is fucking incredible.
I really like Rosamund Pike.
You do have a huge... Will is trying to say that he has a huge crush on Rosamund Pike. When did this start? Johnny English.
Also, the video of her eating a pineapple on Instagram really did something.
When it comes to Gone Girl, it's hilarious, it's brilliant, it's dark, and it works so incredibly for me because I am both Amy and Ben Affleck. Like, he is a shit, and every time... I mean, I'm not a cheat or anything. I mean, no, I'm not a cheat. I wouldn't cheat on Emily. I wouldn't cheat with Emily Ratajkowski.
You wouldn't cheat, regardless.
Regardless. Emily Ratajkowski is a wonderful woman, regardless. So this was all shot on the real FBI lot. Do you know why, Will?
Because the director was ex-FBI.
Great guess. No. They wanted more women in the FBI. And they thought that having Clarice Starling as a lead female in a big blockbuster movie would do that. And it did.
Oh, great.
So in all the documentaries they talk about how they wanted the fashion to be timeless, so that the movie would last forever. And I do think that is true, but also I'm getting big 90s vibes. That everything is so... all the jackets and coats are so big.
It's hair as well.
I think her hair looks great. Let's do Fashion Corner. This is a true story. And Will, this is a true story. So in my original, I was typing out the intro, the YouTube bio for The Devil's Advocate, and I put, the film that answers all the big questions. Is there a God? Is there a devil? Does Charlize Theron look better with short hair or long hair? And Will called me and said, I think we should change that because Will was afraid we'd get cancelled because of me putting in a YouTube bio, does Charlize Theron look better with long hair or short hair?
And she's meant to have sexy time to make the Antichrist. That was the idea, wasn't it?
She has
the idea of the film.
She says that she's raped by him, and that's what, because she goes to the church wearing nothing but a blanket and she's covered in scars,
oh no,
and that's when she's nude.
Is the wife, not the adulterer.
Are you thinking of the redhead who is also his sister?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
And guess what? She's ovulating.
Oh.
If the Devil's Advocate...
That's my impression of
Let's go!
Getting shot.
The fire! If The Devil's Advocate wasn't 3 hours and 32 minutes long, we'd be watching it right
Where
now.
does he fuck?
Everywhere!
Great stuff.
That's the final fig leaf.
He's an absentee landlord. He's a sailor.
I'm a fat man! Oh, baby. Kevin Lomax. Like, those outfits are pretty nice. What's all that shit on the front lawn? That's a funeral home. Oh, is it snow?
Is it snow?
Or has Migs been there? Is that what you were trying to get at?
Oh, I was making an ash.
An ash joke?
But I forgot it's oh, it is a funeral home. Oh,
It is a funeral
home. For a
home.
minute, I'm like, it's a retirement home. 2 in 1.
That would be great. We should make that sketch. Maybe it's not a whole sketch, but the world's first retirement home and funeral home. Everybody's thought of it, but nobody has the balls to do it.
Our guests come in through this door and go out through there. It's just go out through this.
We cut out the middleman. Again, the feminism, the sexism. Well, no, this is the sexism. The feminism. This is feminism. Now, you'd love Jonathan Demme as a director. I mean, you like this
There's
movie.
a lot of POV shots.
Yes, there are, well, and a lot of close-ups. Yes. Philadelphia's great. People talk about Philadelphia like it's a bullshit sort of 90s. I'm going to say Philadelphia is my favourite Tom Hanks performance ever. It's phenomenal. It does kind of fall into the same sort of... My 2 big examples are Philadelphia and Black Rain, of like homophobe or racist who becomes better by the end of the movie. Like, Denzel Washington is a homophobe, but he does the whole AIDS trial with Tom Hanks and he suddenly becomes like a nice person. And it's the same as, what do you call it? I always think of Black Rain with Michael Douglas, how from the start he's the most awful man to Japanese people, sorry. And then by the end of it, he's just like, by the end of it, like they're in the airport and he goes, "You are a samurai." And he gives him a little tap, like a little, what does he give him? I can't remember. Good film, Black Rain. Ridley Scott.
Remember when I sent you that Spielberg ranking?
Oh.
And it put the Terminal like one of the last ones. The Terminal's, I think, might be my favourite Spielberg.
You've said this before. You said this on Catch Me If You Can, so it is on record.
Yeah, I really like the Terminal. But then the BFG was in the top 10?
Oh, Jesus. Same hair over 30 years, never changed.
She was there as a child.
Yeah, yes, well, yes.
Show not tell. All right.
It's got the same panels as the Shining bathroom with the room 237.
What's your opinion on the taking of Pelham 123?
Which one? Are you talking Travolta?
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Really? From my dad's favourite films.
Has he seen the original? I don't want to be that dickhead.
Probably.
You'll have seen Walter
Yeah.
Matthau and Robert Shaw. Go on now. Nothing to see. I think what I love about Demme, and I think I'd be this sort of filmmaker if I have the fortune to become one. All of these people in this room are in like every Demme movie in different small roles. Like, even if you don't become, I hope to God that you become the architect and the set designer that you want to be. But if I become a famous film director, I will say, "Will, we're shooting on Wednesday. I want you to be a morgue attendant. Can you please come in and say, the body's in there?"
Would you pay me?
Oh, I think that's tough. Probably, yeah.
What is the fee for that? Like a couple of £100?
Depends on the production.
What? Yeah. What? I'm not familiar with like extra work.
Well, I'm not, am I?
Yeah. Oh, mine. What are you looking at? For those people.
Barrel of a gun.
Those men there. What would they be looking at? Back in the day.
Depends.
And then change it for him.
To what extent do you think that little bit of...
Are we going to say Coke?
No, it's not Coke. They've put it on. It smells all right. Because they're looking at a decomposed body from a river for 5 days.
Oh, I just had some meat this off. That's my Jeffrey Dahmer. I got some meat.
You know what's always annoyed me? Is that he takes the diamonds out of Frederica Bimmel, but it's like, is that really the ideal skin cutout that you need for a dress? I mean, Will, you've made a dress out of women's skin before. You tell me. She's from out of town. And of course, we will see where that dirt has come from.
Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, trying to get out of the hole.
Oh, yes, the well. Well.
This guy's an old hat. He doesn't need any deprivation under his... There's something in her throat. It's just the best. It's just the best fucking movie ever. Lots of times leaves and things. Oh, and then the lovely bit of air here, her last breath. It's just phenomenal. If you were a serial killer, Will,
What would be my...
or at least
calling card?
maybe my favourite IT crowd joke, which is, I'd be called the gardener because I'd leave a rose at the scene of every crime. What would your weapon be? A hammer. Eats it.
Eat it.
Okay, we've got your bush tucker challenge.
Yeah.
We've got a moth from inside a woman's throat. I can't do Anton Deck.
Clearly.
Do Anton Deck, go. Red or black?
Oh, remember red or black? Well, welcome back to the jungle. Today we've got Chino. He's got to eat.
Gino de Campos. It's the first time Gino's ever been in Wales.
What is it? I'm not eating this shit. This is a lamb chop.
Gino, it's basically meat. Yes, and my grandmother would have been a bicycle.
Great stuff. Great references.
Thank you. Are we the absolute middle ground between very specific British references and very specific American references?
What, as in you and me?
Yeah. Me specifically, I guess. Just because I'm smart. I'm bigger than you. I'm smarter than you. In the original book, she has a romance with one of these men.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm guessing that they didn't cast them because they knew that they weren't going to... How does this work? Well, she says.
I think that one.
It's Buffalo Bill, isn't it? Cool. I also think it shows a good job of, like, the sensationalism. Like, for these guys, it is cool. It's like, oh, a murder case? Cool. But then, like, we'll be in the hole in a minute with Catherine Martin, and that's like, dare I say, the opposite of cool.
Because obviously it's warmer underground, so...
Yeah, maybe it is this guy. Maybe he's what turned Jodie Foster gay.
When did she come out? It was recent, wasn't it?
she came out officially, but she's been with her. I think, are they married? I don't know. There's the great video when she's a kid, and I mean, obviously, whether she was officially or not, but she had those feelings. And there's the interview was like, "What about a boyfriend?" And I already told you I'm not interested in boys right now. And she's like, "But maybe in the future." She just goes stone cold. It's hilarious. Here we go. Welcome to DIY SOS with Nick Knowles. We're down in Buffalo in Jane Combs' basement.
Now he's asked for a wildlife hub. So what we've made is we've ripped out his downstairs office and we've made a wet room. We've made a walk-in wet room.
He wanted a man cave, so we've made a torture dungeon.
DIY SOS, great.
What a great show. Can we please have some furniture for free? Burp, burp. Precious is my exact sort of dog. You know this, don't you?
Yes.
And I guess I'd call it Precious?
Would you?
No, I guess not. And there we go. This is what takes this to a whole nother level. Catherine Martin is not some random woman. That is not unlike my uniform on board my cruise job. This is what takes this whole nother level. Catherine Martin is not just any person. She is the daughter of Senator.
Did he know that?
I think not. Why would he? I don't think, because he doesn't want infamy. He doesn't want anything like that. He wants Buffalo is misunderstood. He just wants a suit. We should call him Buffalo from now on.
You see that interview where, we've got Steve Coogan here, and how did it feel to be approached to play Jimmy? Let's call him Jimmy Savile, because that's...
No, I haven't seen that yet. That's great.
Coogan's like, no, we are calling him Jimmy Savile. We're not calling him Jimmy.
Will that be out by the time this comes out next March? What's it called? It's called like The Benefactor or something. Or The Bastard. What's it called?
Miriam, you
bastard.
Steve Coogan.
Jimmy Savile. Watch Mojo. 10 things that are the same about Steve Coogan.
It's called The Reckoning.
That's it. It's really smart. Make some more.
Penny Mordaunt confirms that she's running to replace Riz Truss.
Oh my god. This comes out in March. Yeah. We'll have had 4 Prime Ministers. Yeah. Did you ever think this would be the state of affairs?
Another suitcase.
Another whore. Take a picture of another whore. Where am I going to? Let's cast Anthony Hopkins in a musical.
He'd be a great Juan Perón.
Yes, he would. Let's cast Anthony Heald in a musical.
Barnum.
What's the name of the island?
Fernando.
I think it's called Pear Island or Peach Island. Maximum security still applies, of course. And he knows it. He hospital and go here. I want to say Pear Island. Oh, god damn it.
Professor Apple with the lead pipe. I think we're doing Cluedo this year as our Halloween costumes.
Oh, there's only 5 of you coming to the party. And he loves it. He's in. He's in.
Ah, bless him.
Poor Hannibal. It's non-negotiable air file. Nothing.
You get nothing. You lose.
You lose.
This. Oh, he's dead.
Gene Wilder is dead, yes. That's very sad. Animal Disease Research Centre. Very nice beach. So this is all a trick of Clarice. How does she think this will work?
I don't know.
Does she just think he will give her the full... He will give her the Buffalo Bill evidence and then she'll just never see him again?
Obviously, his ulterior motive is getting out because we see the escape. But I think obviously he likes Clarice. He takes a charge,
yeah.
And I think he just wants to help her out. I think he
he does. That's
regardless,
why, yeah.
just help to.
Well, that's why, at the end when he gives her the file, don't these random selections seem desperately random? That's right. No, he was strong. So her mother went... Oh, there we go. My mother died when I was very young. I forgot about that. But again, he's just a therapist at heart, and he's a serial killer. This isn't like an Annie Wilkes level where I love Annie Wilkes. Well, no, I love Lecter. Well, this is and I think the show highlights this even more, is that he always tries, when he can, to eat the rude. And, he only eats rude people.
He's like Jigsaw.
Oh, those traps get ridiculous by the end.
I do love the song.
In the sixth movie, when he's bullying a smoker, he's like, "You've been told that you shouldn't smoke anymore." He's like, what's he going to do? Make a centre? Because there's more than 2,000 people in the world who are smoking, who shouldn't be smoking because of cancer. Is change. Goes less into poopa. Are you rooting for Buffalo Bill as well now?
Clever gal.
Clever gal. No, that's Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Clever gal.
Oh yeah, it's funny how TV was his life, and then it's what killed him in the end. It wasn't the right quote. It's the same scene, because he falls off the roof, changing the aerial, doesn't he? And that's at the funeral of Andy.
Is this Jurassic Park?
No, this is Alan Park. I'm Alan Park.
Oh, right. Why so briefly? I ran away.
Sodomy is in the bum, isn't it?
Yes, by some descriptions. Some descriptions they just do it as an overall description of homosexuality.
Right.
Sort of the religious way of saying homosexuality. Why don't you Google what is sodomy?
Thank you.
This is a case, of course, where there is, in the book, a lot more stuff saying, this isn't what all transgender people are. And they did shoot a lot of those scenes, actually. But a case of, trimming out, to keep the pace running. They cut those out, I'm sure, from a modern point of view.
There is a lot of backlash surrounding them.
There was. I mean, the story that a lot of people like to say is that, Demi's making of Philadelphia was a direct response to trying to do some good in the world of LGBTQ community after this film was seen as something bad. I think it comes down to this. There just weren't many transgender representations on screen. And so for the biggest film of the year to have a transgender serial killer, it's just not what was wanted at the time.
Yeah.
I personally don't think there is anything deeply transphobic about the representation. I think they do a lot of dialogue about how he is a psychotic killer first, before he is a transgender or a transsexual.
It's not a transsexual serial killer. He's a serial killer who happens to be transsexual.
Who happens to want a sex change. On the Brown script. They did a lot of research with FBI agents about people reverting back to childhood when they're in capture.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Again, I just
people trying to climb out.
No, it's decoration, Will.
It is people trying to climb out.
Yes, it is. But I love the notion that he has to send the lotion down.
Yeah. So
that they keep their skin good.
Yeah. It's messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good. You don't know what pain is. Right.
I hate this. It's a pen in the mouth.
Senator Ruth Martin. Oh, poor Hannibal.
Are they putting him like that so he doesn't eat anyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like the girl in the doctor's office who he bit the tongue off.
Yes.
Oh. But there is no.
Oh. Uh-huh. It's great. It's all in the eyes. Just like Tom Hardy in Dunkirk.
Could they not get a better fit so he didn't push his nose? Lois, I'll tell you the rest when I'm playing. First, leave your pen on that bed. So this is Roger Corman, iconic producer of sort of like schlocky, cheapo action movies where Jonathan Demme got his start. That's Paul Krendler, that's Ray Liotta. He is in more, he's not just in that one zoom in. Are you going to ask me how I feel about those Korean new title cards? And there we go. The only time the mask is used in this entire movie. But then, only Dr. Memphis, Dr. Lecter, I'm Lieutenant Ball, this is Lieutenant Sergeant Patrick.
I think Tim Roth would make a great Hannibal Lecter.
Alright, did you ever watch Lie to Me?
No, I watched Rillington Place.
Yeah, it was good. You know what I don't like? The lining of Anthony Hill's jacket here looks like he's wearing a sort of...
waistcoaty.
No, a tailor's measuring tape.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Where's my pen?
I
shoved it up my ass.
Well,
no, he swallows it.
Ooh.
In the book, he's made a whole sort of contraption inside his mouth with a paper clip where he can hook it up deep inside his jaw. But in the book, he also has designed a watch with Clarice's face on it. So, there's lots of stuff from the book you can cut. This is my favourite scene of all time. Not of all time. It's in the top 10. So proud. He's such a dick. Great hair. This guy's in Philadelphia. He's great in Philadelphia. Oh, Catherine's time. Buying name for better privileges. I've wasted too much time already.
Is the idea that he poos out the pen?
No, he coughs it up.
Ah, okay. Okay. 'Cause you wouldn't be able to do that.
What, cough up a pen?
Poo out.
I'll put out a whole pen. Spell. Great names. Frightened. Nurse Catherine, yourself. Well, what? Peter, 1 minute. Toughened your nipples, didn't it? Cut off a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, son of the Martin, when your dear Catherine's on the slab, why will it tickle you? Eyes pale blue! 5 nights in Philadelphia, but he may have lied. I can remember now. What does he say? And one more thing, sir.
Columbo.
Love your suit. You know what video I watched the other day? Columbo solves his final case.
Oh, that's sad.
And of course, Columbo at the time didn't know it was his final case.
Was the last Columbo the one where it was like the fish tank in the floor? Remember that one?
I don't know. This is great.
My nightclub, and the floor is made of fish tanks.
No, it might be the nightclub.
But that doesn't look like a fish. That looks like a floating body. And Mrs. Columbo, my wife, always. That's my.
You've got a good Peter Falk.
Thank you. I grew up watching Columbo. Love Columbo.
I should have brought the vodka in here. I should have made it as another martini.
You should have.
I should have done.
Because we can't pause. Ruins it. How much have we got? Another hour?
40 minutes escape. We're going to pause.
Are we?
We had to pause last time because somebody called us. So we're going to pause. 3, 2... do you only have to press that?
I think so.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Didn't pause. We're still 1 second behind. Okay.
Oh, okay.
3, 2... No.
3,
2, 1. Back on.
Sure.
And we're back. We've made 2 new martinis. And we have another martini ready.
Another one. DJ
Khaled.
With the best music.
Here he is. Dr. DJ Khaled.
Doctor and the Fario.
What's that?
It's Despicable Me.
Oh, right. I thought you might like your drawings back. Weedy. What do you think he's reading?
The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
In love. What is your favourite all-time Lecter quote?
I do like Rumi.
I do like Rumi. I like tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I like when he's about to throw Inspector Peloso off the roof and he goes, okay. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Or anagrams.
May.
That was you. You're the one with.
I just keep buzzing.
You're the one with a life.
I'm the one with friends. And you're the one with live. Thank you. I'll just keep it in.
Isn't that it?
Yeah.
Do you still have the Alexa where it wakes up in the morning with BBC Radio 2?
I do.
Oh, that's
yeah.
wonderful.
Did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy it, yes.
Yeah, it does. For the viewers at home, it does. It's just a routine, and it wakes you up. Says good morning, William, and then it'll read my calendar for the day. So
it says good morning, Mohammed. I've got a shared account.
And it'll say you've got this at 10, then this, then that's happening, and then here's the weather, and then it'll play BBC Radio.
This isn't this is, we're not sponsored.
No, it's not an endorsement. Hashtag not an ad.
That is his nature. And how do we begin to covet, Clarice? How do we begin to covet?
With Silence of the Lamb. This is the Silence of the Lambs scene where he says Silence of the Lambs.
It is. No, he never says the Silence of the Lambs.
This in actuality is very much like the Silence
of the Lambs. In actuality, he says the Screaming of the Lambs. Bad title. Should have been called the Screaming of the Lambs.
Should it?
You don't have any more vacations to sell. Incredible. Is this a situation? I don't think this is a situation like Halloween where I would actually prefer it.
Halloween.
If there was only this movie.
What's the latest Halloween?
Don't get me started, Will.
Have you seen it?
Yes, of course I have.
How much screen time does Michael Myers have?
Have you done your typical thing of reading a plot synopsis?
Does he just turn up at the end and get killed? And
No,
that's the end?
no, he's in it a bit, but it's Corey Cunningham.
Does he die though?
Yeah,
finally?
he dies. Yeah, he dies. But finally, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what Halloween's about. Halloween is
fun slasher.
Have you seen Halloween?
I've seen Halloween.
1978.
Yeah.
Good.
I've seen Halloween. Love Scream.
Scream's great.
Scream's great.
You weren't on the Scream episode.
No. Didn't invite me. I was on Monster House.
Yeah. Yes, we were. Have you watched any other Screams?
Scream.
Yes, have you watched any other Screams?
No. I thought you said, have you watched any of the Screams? Yes.
No, any of the Screams.
No.
That's the one where everyone is great. That's not true. But even the worst, which is Scream 3 and Scream 2 fucking rules.
They were screaming.
They were screaming. They were slapping the spring lambs. Do you like lamb as a meat, Will?
It's one of my favourites.
Oh, this is great. Let's do this for 10 minutes. I love lamb.
Lamb's great.
What's your preferred type of lamb?
So there are two. I'm not a big fan of like lamb chops sort of thing. I
love lamb chops.
A roast lamb is nice. My other favourite is like a minced lamb in like a moussaka or a.
I've got a curry tomorrow.
Very nice.
Are you ready for this, Will? This is my evening tomorrow. My mum really wants to watch Elvis, so I've bought the Blu-ray.
I'm strolling out of the hospital. I am now at the casino. It's not true.
Incredible.
Great.
Abysmal.
We've a little trouble.
You blood-sucking vampire.
Great stuff. Great film.
I don't know if I'm going to actually... What am I actually going to enjoy? You know what the problem will be? I've already said this to my mother, actually. Is that she loved Bohemian Rhapsody.
The only good thing about Bohemian Rhapsody...
is Live Aid.
It's a Queen...
Just watch Live Aid.
It's a Queen concert at the end of the day. It's just Queen music. It was terrible. It was really... The facts that...
Some people say that Bohemian Rhapsody is better than Rocket Man.
Yeah, right. Rocket Man's exceptional. Also, Taran's performance, exceptional.
Does his own singing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rami Malek should not have even been nominated for an Oscar, let alone won the Best Actor.
Well, Taron Egerton's a good one-for-one for what you're saying,
yeah.
But I think you're ignoring the fact of remembering who he was up against for Best Actor. Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born, who delivers a great performance and does his own singing.
He wasn't fussed about that. He wanted the director.
He did.
He did.
I want it.
I've only ever seen the opening of A Star Is Born, which is a big concert, and Bradley's playing the guitar and singing.
That is true. Star Is Born's phenomenal.
Is it? It's good.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I hate Rami Malek. I think I'm just biased. I really don't.
No. I like Rami Malek.
Mr. Robot, it's great.
Mr. Robot's shit.
Thank you.
Bohemian Rhapsody's
Rami
quite
Malek
bad.
is great in the Night at the Museum movies.
Yeah, Rami Malek was.
You would not believe how stuffy it is in that.
We loved Lucifer Satin.
Mm.
I think I still would. I still. You missed your fingering.
Ah, no.
That's George A. Romero on the left-hand side, wonderful zombie director. Again, this is the sort of director I want to be. Hey George, can you come in and be? No, we love Lucifer Satin.
Yeah.
Kind of because he was irrelevant.
Mm.
And then, like, at the end, when he shoots him in the face.
My father had a garden. A
poison
garden.
Madeline. What was
Wow.
the daughter called? She's called Madeline Swan. Madeline. Oh, love it. Get me. Why don't you recreate that and frame that for me as a gift?
I do like to draw for you.
To draw. You did a beautiful Vito
Thank you very
Corleone.
much. I was very proud of that one, actually.
What's the daughter called? She's called Madeline.
Anna.
She's not called Anna. Madeline. She's called Madeline. Madeline Swan.
Yeah.
Yep. Madeline will loves Lea Seydoux. This is what I won't say.
It's true.
I'm his inner demons. He will be like, oh, should I say this on a podcast? I'll be like, yeah, you're fine. Extra rare. I've never understood that reaction. Lamb chops extra rare is a fine thing to ask for.
Can I show you a picture of the steak I cooked for me and Jess the other
Yes,
day?
you can. And whilst you're there, find out what his daughter was called in No Time to Die.
Isn't that?
That is a perfect steak.
Thank you very much.
How can we order a steak?
I mean, we can go to the shops and cook a steak.
No, we should get a McDonald's and
should get
sober
McDonald's,
up.
yeah.
Google what? Ready when you are, Sergeant Pembury. Google what his daughter was called, because that was the best thing. Because I'd seen a few reviews that said, and there is a big emotional twist that makes this one of the better Bond films in years. And I thought it was, oh, he's got a daughter. So I never even suspected that he was going to die. Oh, what a great film.
Great. I just remember turning to Harry Reeves and going, James Bond is dead. They're going to...
Oh, do you remember your experience of No Time to Die, of it turning black and then you get a free screening and then I had that same thing with Amsterdam. Terrible film. That looks so yummy. I could eat that. I could eat and just do.
Was Robert De Niro good in it?
Everyone was good in it. But what's the point of the movie? The movie was
It's a
dreadful.
true story, Tom.
Oh.
And Michael was very passionate about it.
Michael?
Who's Michael? Michael...
Christian Bale.
Michael Bale. I'm thinking Michael Caine.
Oh! I love that moment where it's just like, I got you. This is the thing. It's like, people are always like, he's one man versus another. But if somebody came at you and started eating your face... Because that's not what his cannibalism is. He likes to actually cook people and he likes to dominate them. But he can have a good gnaw. Oh, I love this. This should be my new screensaver. With my new computer, it should be... I haven't picked a new screensaver yet.
This is a great scene because now you're like, oh no shit, he is a monster.
Yeah, but I'm still Is it bad that I'm rooting for him?
No, time. Get your last child names in.
Do you remember? Is it just? Have you just seen it? What is it?
I can't find it, but I think
Matilda.
it is Matilda.
Matilda. Isn't it weird how it comes to you at the last minute? Ready when you are, Sergeant Pembury. What was your reaction? Right, okay. Pick a movie. You can see a movie opening night without knowing anything. Because, like, to watch this on the opening night,
Yeah.
I would be like...
Would you enjoy it?
I'd be like, oh my God, give my soul to Jonathan Demme.
What the hell, bitch?
Right, Sarge. Stopped on 3. Stopped on 3. Bit of an overreaction. What if it's just some guy? I thought I'd take the elevator.
Hey, I've been on my feet all day. My car I got hit by some junkie the other night.
And my wife, hoy!
Oh, me.
Oh my God, I spend up.
Oh gosh, I got
Yeah. Oh, and now I come in an elevator and you've got the 3 SWAT team and an ambulance.
Who do you think I am?
Hannibal Lecter? Are you going to be really boring and say, how did he do this?
No.
Because as an architect, you appreciate it. Album cover. Oh, God. Incredible.
I mean, that is...
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, there he is.
I love this guy taking a seat. You can't take it. Oh, just those little touches that make it. Where the fuck is my ambulance?
My favourite line.
He's alive. Sergeant Tate, he's alive. Oh, I love it.
It's not. It's
Talk to him, goddammit. What do I say? That's Jim Pembridge, goddammit. This guy should run.
It's John Travolta.
This guy should.
That was a face-off
I want to check
joke.
his face off. We haven't done face-off yet.
We haven't done face-off.
We have. You know what we haven't done? 3, 2, 1. Let me give you another clue.
Okay.
Right.
Leaving Las Vegas. Oh no.
3, 2, 1. Con Air.
Incredible. Put the bunny back
in the box. Please, sayonara.
It's great.
I'm going to put it all on black. Do 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 do. Define irony.
This is the thing. So this must have been in like Mallorca 7 years ago, and it was the music quiz, and the round was these are all songs from films,
and they did.
And they played Sweet Home Alabama. What?
Alabama.
No, Sweet Home
Alabama.
Yeah.
You went Alabama.
Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Barack Obama.
Yeah, and we're like, well, it's Con Air. No, it was Sweet Home Alabama.
Do you remember our great drama teacher Phil's
his analogy?
His analogy. You know, there's incredible films in the world, but if you're flicking channels and you see Con Air, you're gonna watch Con Air.
If you're alone in a hotel room, BBC Two, The Godfather's on. ITV4, Con Air. You're gonna watch Con Air.
Oh,
no, you're gonna. Only if it's a Sunday and if I get to watch Godfather.
I can watch both back to back. I could flick between. I'm a flicker. I'm a bitch. I'm a flicker.
Over.
Again, I love this guy's confidence. We're pretty sure he's on fire.
He's not. He's on the stretcher. Tom?
Do you remember who the guy they bring in is?
No.
It's musician Chris Isaac. What's Chris Isaac's big song? Wicked Game. It's just a... Fucking this exact thing happened. He's taking a selfie. This exact thing happened on the podcast of me not remembering the song "Wicked Game."
He made the sculpture. He took the face off, lay down, but he also put his own clothes on someone else and put them on the elevator. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Lecter. Oh. Put one in his leg. That should probably be when you know. No movement. He's crazy though, so it could still be him. Oh, incredible. Chris Isaac. What's the song Wicked Game? How does it go? Wicked Game. They did it on a fucking shit new remix. 'Cause I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. Oh, I don't want to fall in love.
Oh, is that it?
They used to play it on Love Island a lot, the remix, yeah. I don't want to fall in love. I do. Oh, one of the best shots ever. Cut to there. Incredible. Oh. He keeps muttering under his breath. I can't believe they believed that. I don't know why yet. Oh. And yank.
Incredible. Great film. Who is the real villain of Silence of the Lambs? Is it Buffalo Bill?
It's Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, okay.
It's Buffalo Bill. But he's not charming. He'd consider it rude. Will is slacking on the martini front.
I know I'm going to be going fucking mental later on. Lots of fighting, binging, good drink now. Well, I'm just going to sober up and then go again.
This is ASMR. Will has already told me that he's going to be on rum cocktails tonight.
So that was last night's.
Oh, I thought you were saying that.
Oh no, but I will have a rum cocktail tonight.
I'm not a rum man.
Do you like whiskey? You do. You like an old fashioned.
I like an old fashioned, but
do you like a whiskey sour?
8 goddamn whiskey sours. You couldn't have 2. But no,
I'm doing Leonardo DiCaprio.
All of the doubt. Tar Hannibal Lecter. I'm a vodka man through and through. Will I'm a convert.
You're a commie.
That's fucking beautiful.
It's good, isn't it? It's good. Right, rank the spirit. Let's say the spirits
Vodka.
are The Ghost of Christmas Past. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's quick. I'm on fire. Vodka, gin, whiskey.
I hate gin.
Rum.
I'm not a gin fan.
You're not a gin fan.
What's the only way I have gin?
In a Negroni.
In a Negroni. How do we first start to covet?
For me, I would say...
We covet what we see every day. Oh.
I would say it is whiskey, vodka, gin, rum.
People think I'm boring because I say vodka. Because vodka is technically tasteless. But who drinks vodka? Roger Sterling.
He does, doesn't he? Whereas John Hamm is more of a whiskey.
Don Draper.
Yeah, I'm Don and you're Roger. I think you'd be happy with that.
I could take that. I can take that.
No, you are a Bert through and through.
Bert Peterson. You don't even remember
No.
who Bert Peterson is.
I do. He died.
That's Lane Price.
No, Lane died as well. He killed himself.
Yes.
But Bert died. He was an. He died.
Bert Peterson. Bert Peterson is the man who gets fired.
Oh, who's Sterling?
No. Roger Sterling.
Yeah, Roger Sterling.
Bert Cooper.
That's who I meant. So, yeah, I did mean Bert. I do know my Mad Men, thank you very much.
Don, my boy. Cries immediately.
She was an astronaut.
Oh, it's just the best fucking
No,
show ever.
we both know I would be... What's he called?
Harry Crane. Pete Campbell.
I would be Pete Campbell.
But there were a couple of episodes where I was like, I love Pete. And then he did the episode where he fucks the blonde hot neighbour. Why do we love Don? I just rewatched with my mum the episode of You Kiss People for Money. Do you know who does that? Where Megan has a kiss scene. And I was like, why do we like Don?
Megan or Betty?
Well, this can be put very simply as that I am famously, apparently, somebody who loves blondes, and you are famously somebody who loves brunettes.
Famous.
Almost Madonna.
Madonna.
But
No capes.
I'll just say this: I was with a Betty for 3 years, wasn't I?
Yes.
A beautiful blonde
Betty.
Betty. Every time we would watch Mad Men, she was on Betty's side of everything. She loved Betty. She hated when they made her fat. She hated when they made her a brunette. She loved Betty.
Did she like Betty and the Senator?
Henry. I think she did like Henry. I know. I should have left.
That was your red flag.
Yeah, not really. I would have stayed to her until I died.
Yeah, I know.
Silence of the Lambs.
Speaking... Right, okay. We'll keep recording. But this has reminded me of something.
You're going to get a ballerina box?
Yeah.
Really?
No. Something better.
Oh my God, Will. What? Let her go. Why the hell do you have a ballerina tied up under your bed? Oh my God. Will has bought one of these turning things that turns and plays what? The Doctor Who theme?
No.
What does it play? Will's playing one of these little things. A close friend bought one for well, it was an ex at the time. Anyway, they're on and off all the time. And then, okay, here we go. I'm ready. What's it going to be? Is this Happy Birthday?
The table.
The table?
This just makes it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Will.
Did you?
That was Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
My friend bought something for her boyfriend that was the Office theme tune, and you just played me fucking Happy Birthday.
Oh yeah, because that's the example it comes. I'm an artiste. I didn't get a ready-made one. I got a roll of blank sheet music and a clipper where I get to write my own music.
How exciting, Will. Are you going to do the Office theme tune? No.
Are you got glad rags and handbags?
No. She did Office US, which is bullshit. Handbags and the glad rags that your poor old granddad. Oh.
But we all know the best Ricky Gervais theme tune.
Derek.
It is.
Is it?
Is that The Stranger? No, not The Stranger.
What, The Stranger by Billy Joel?
Yeah. No, there's definitely a Billy Joel one. It might, there's an opening of Afterlife that is, there's a really nice Billy Joel
Afterlife
song.
has a load of just popular songs.
Yeah.
Like the fucking, our good friend Katrina, who we will be seeing very shortly.
Oh, I love
hates
Katrina.
Afterlife. Why did they get a huge whole plane?
They were like, we've got 5 million left and we've got to justify the budget. Otherwise,
Is this our best Is this my favourite 5 minutes? Oh, no, it's not yet. Thanks for the scraps, asshole. I got a better idea.
Oh, you mean the bit where he puts on his suit?
He doesn't put... Well, he puts on the head. This is the sort of music I want tonight. I want... Yes. Goodbye Horses fucking rules. I have Goodbye Horses on all of my playlists because it's a great song.
Even your Christmas playlist?
No, but is my Christmas playlist the best?
It's a Carruthers family tradition. We get up and Goodbye Horses plays and we
all dance. And, I fucking love Goodbye Horses. And it's a great, great song. And every time I put it on at like the bar or the pub, everyone goes, this is that song from film where Silence of the Lambs in it. I can't listen to this song, Thomas, without thinking of Silence of the Lambs.
I don't know if it's either really good attention to detail or it's strange plot point. But I like how jagged the wig is. He's either he just shit or it's the gruesomeness of cutting someone's face off.
What do you think about him twisting his nipple ring?
It looks very fake nipple. I'm sorry.
No, that looks real to me.
Does it?
I don't know. No, I haven't. I haven't actually.
Have you never seen nipples?
I should explain this now. I've never had sex.
Okay. Have you seen your own nipples?
A couple of times. Again, Mad Men, great, Joan. And I know that there's a part of you that you haven't seen in years. Oh, incredible. Woo! Whistle. I'd fuck me. Do you remember when we did the podcast and I was like so ready to talk about this on Best Single Minute and everyone was like, oh, alright, I guess, yeah. And you were the only one. Exact same experience with Does Your Mother Know on the Mamma Mia podcast where
we were both like, yeah.
We were like, this is the best moment of the film, we will save it. And our co-host was like, yeah, I guess. I'd fuck me hard.
What's your go-to, other than Little Boys Who Play With Fire Get Their Fingers Burned, go-to Mamma Mia quote? For me, it's Julie Walters going, I'll have a bucket.
I'll have a bucket full. My go-to... you know what I say a lot? Because I'm supposed to be giving you away tomorrow. I enjoy that.
Yeah. How old are you? I'm 20.
I had a grandmother called Sophia. She left everything to family. I also...
Bill Anderson.
Ham, please. I also do... you know what I also... Again, this is what people don't talk about with the it being transphobic angle. Jonathan Demme is such a humanist filmmaker and makes everybody so human and relatable and wonderful. That scene is superfluous.
I don't see
but in actuality,
scene,
oh god,
in any way the director of the acting making light of the fact that he's transsexual.
Playing Barry Manilow on the speakers. That's when I knew this was my favourite film. No. I think it is a moment that is not needed at all.
No.
That just shows, him, I don't know, having a good time or whatever you want to call it. And that final, the pride in his final pose.
The heavy breathing and like, you imagine him looking in a mirror and go, I am beautiful.
Yeah. I love Dressed to Kill, which is a Brian De Palma movie, and it's basically a remake of Psycho, and it has a lot of shit in it about...
With Vince Vaughn.
What?
Psycho? Did he
Oh,
Psycho?
yes. It's Michael Caine as a psychiatrist.
I bet when you do an impression of Michael Caine, you go, my name is Michael Caine.
He goes to be softer.
And when he's in the Batman movies, he masturbates away. I'm not going to bury another...
You take 2 Michael Caine movies to an island. Doesn't matter if he's like
Jaws
only
4.
in it. Oh, it doesn't matter if he's only in it for 5 seconds. Go. Got to be Dark Knight.
Yeah, got to be Dark Knight.
And what? I'd probably pick Anna and her sisters.
You would, wouldn't you?
Great outfit. We have a new... You haven't been on one of these episodes yet, Will, but we have a new thing on the podcast called Best Specific Halloween Costume.
Because it's spooky season.
No, just always.
Oh,
now. And this is one of the great... I would...
Oh, is it not from the film, but if you were to do a Halloween costume, it would be one of these? Yeah.
No, from the... It is from the film.
Okay.
So every episode has Best Specific Halloween Costume. So we did There Will Be Blood yesterday, and we picked his final cardigan outfit. Yeah, good. Flowers. They won't trust that. When you first watched this then, did you fall for this completely?
Oh, yeah, because it's the wrong house, isn't it? Yeah, I did.
It's just fucking incredible.
Yeah. Oh,
again, swastika.
Yeah.
Again.
What does that mean? He's a Nazi.
I guess. No, you know what it is? Incredible set design. Jonathan Demme will have said, okay, I'll leave this to you guys. We're not shooting this for a week. We're not shooting this for a month or whatever. And then they come back and they're like, what if he's got like a swastika bed? It's just those little touches that makes it...
Doesn't need to be explained. It's just...
You know what? Fuck Back to the Future.
This is great. It's a great scene.
It's
a great film.
Oh.
But she's not with the rest of them.
Incredible. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great stuff.
No, the Lippmans don't live here anymore. What's the problem? That's a good Halloween outfit. One of the best moments in the film. Clarice. Oh,
I thought you said, we got the wrong house.
yeah. Where the fuck is he? Well, I've just seen my copy of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the book. Do you want to publicly thank my mother?
Thank you very much.
Of course, she thought that I wouldn't have bought it immediately.
I got a bit of condensation. Thank you very much.
It's alright. Again, beautiful set design. Let's just show everybody we're in the middle of nowhere. There is no chance that anybody is going to hear you.
That's very true. Does she know now?
I don't think she knows for certain now.
Yeah.
I think she's doing just some initial profiling and going, okay, this guy lives in a shithole.
Does she know this is Buffalo Bill?
No, she's chasing up the Littman thing.
Ah, yes.
Frederica Bimmel used to do sewing for Mrs. Littman. Do you remember when we see Mrs. Littman?
Mm.
Where?
We see her head in a cart. No.
That's Benjamin Raspail. There you go. A moth on sewing material. I mean, have you got like a description of fingerprints or anything? The question is, not when she knows. When does he realise that he's going to have to kill her?
Don't like that shot.
That's bullshit, Will. That's a beautiful shot.
Okay.
Fuck you, Will. Oh. What a great... Oh.
Just two phenomenal actors in a room. Great.
Oh.
Oh. But I like... This is a great thing as well. I like how messy that was. Because she's still training.
And then, look at this. The card's dropping. Oh.
Nope, just take off my coats.
Good, yeah. Because it took her... Because she was messy getting it out the first time, Will.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
big kahuna burger.
Did you just quote Pulp Fiction?
I did.
Pulp Fiction's on your wall.
I'm Uma Thurman is on. Uma Thurman.
I hardly know her. Uma Thurman or Winona Ryder?
Winona Ryder.
This is going to annoy you and you're going to do some bullshit to say that the film is bad now, but the door hinge isn't the same. So she opens the door.
That must be heartbreaking for the director.
No, because he does... You should watch Philadelphia. You should watch all of Jonathan Demme's movies. Wait a minute. How do you feel about Melanie Griffith?
Who?
Okay.
Okay.
What about Working... Have you seen Working Girl?
No.
Have you seen...
Just see that the hope draining from your face.
No, because I don't... There we go. This is what you were talking about with the messy cutting. That's the dress. Like... You know what's always scary about this scene? Is that I have the same playlist as Buffalo Bill.
Sorry, I just laughed into my martini.
That could be the name of our band. Or an Alex Turner lyric. Laughing into my martini on a spaceship straight to Milton Keynes. Supersonic rock and roll rolling through Sheffield city centre. I'm drinking a martini, playing bass on a cello.
Oh, great stuff.
Is that my best impression?
Yes.
No, I must have a better one.
I think that's my favourite impression of yours because it's different every time. Whereas you do the same ISIS joke every time you do.
Oh, Jeremy Vine!
Every time.
But we were just with your girlfriend and she had heard it for the first time and she laughed.
Yeah.
Because that is always the way.
Oh, yeah.
I laugh out loud every time I'm in my dad's car and he has the sort of read text and it says, Jeremy Vine talks about chargers, USBs, the situation in Iraq and their death and the anniversary of Diana's death. I love that she's rude to her because she has no idea herself.
I love the dog barking as well.
Precious, yeah. Oh... Have you come around to the fact that Silence of the Lambs is one of the best films ever made?
Yeah. What do you think of the CGI moths?
They're not CGI.
Are they not?
No, it's somebody with the wires.
Oh.
I get more Nazi stuff. So what's his deal? Is he one of these like gay Republicans? That was the whole thing when Trump was voted in, of like people coming after. Wasn't that a thing with like gay conservatives as well? Really? Of like, yeah, on Twitter, of like people being like, you're a gay conservative.
It's like a juxtaposition is the word I was looking for.
You're looking for, yeah.
I'm looking for...
There's Mrs. Slipman.
Oh wow, that is
and then
juxtaposition with a capital D.
And then you said that this was bad.
Yeah.
You dick. What are you talking about? How is this bad? You dick.
I don't like it. I don't like it, Tom.
You don't like it?
And I won't apologise. I don't like it, Tom. I'm sorry, but but I'm not going to apologise.
How can you not watch this and go, right,
that's a good shot.
I'm the opposite. I don't like this because that doesn't make any sense. It's pitch black, but we can see him. Right. Friday night, we go watch the new Anthony Hopkins film because we loved Magic. And we go watch this.
Yeah.
Cut to black. Those turn on. There's no way you say to me, "That's shit." You go, "Oh, fuck." Admit it.
Well, as soon as the green comes on, I turn to you in the cinema and go, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, this is shit.
Oh no, I don't go, "This is shit."
Oh, here comes the hand. Oh, he thinks he has all the power.
Question is, would he use her as a
suit?
Or is she not fat enough?
Well, he uses the fat people because he can starve them and it loosens the skin. I'm sure he'd get a few good inches off her. Oh,
she got him.
Got him! And then, what do we cut to, Will? What do we cut to? The butterfly.
Oh.
Did you just... Oh.
That's a great death position as well, isn't it? The sort of...
Rigor mortis. Me and Will were in an amateur...
Gracias.
Gracias. Me and Will were in
We are very likely doing Adam's Family next semester, Tom.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the one that I'd watch.
Yeah. It's either Adam's Family or the Book of... Not Book of Mormon. Adam's Family or...
You can do Book of Mormon because it's
Wind in the Willows. But I'm gonna push as hard as I can for Sweeney Todd. They are the top three.
Fucking Sweeney
Todd.
And if you do, can I be Mrs. Lovett?
Yeah. All you need to do is pay £12.
Can you join the community?
You can get a gold. So you pay £10 for a gold card, and then you pay £12 a membership. So for £22, you could be Mrs. Lovett. It's tempting.
Will, you're selling this to me. I think it would work more so as with me in drag for 4 scenes as Joanne.
No.
Yes. What? Right. You admit this now. You're on the audition committee.
Yeah.
I come in, great cake.
Mm.
I come in and do an incredible rendition of Worst Pies in London, as you know I would. Do you have to stand yourself back and go, I can't do this, but we should do this in drag with Will, with Thomas?
No, because there are about 8 male-identified members of Supas and about 50 female. So it would just be taking opportunity away.
Okay, but what if I was Sweeney?
No, because I would be Sweeney Todd.
No, but you know full well that musically I'm better suited to Sweeney.
This is not right. Are you saying I've got more poppy voice?
I've done Epiphany.
So have I. I played the baker.
I'm the baker.
I'm the baker.
When did you do Epiphany? Hello,
as an audition piece.
Okay.
For Sweeney Todd.
Did you do the whole thing?
Yeah.
An audition piece for what?
Sweeney Todd.
Curtains.
Sweeney Todd. I sang Lonely Room for Curtains.
Oh, good choice.
And
I gave you the comedy role.
No, the director had a... the way he did auditions is he had a matrix of 1 to 5 for acting, singing and dancing. Only one person scored 5 for acting. Me.
This is the
this is great.
This is the all-time Halloween costume. Dr. Lecter? Right. Go on record now. Better performance. Magic or Silence of the Lambs?
Magic.
Magic fucking rule.
I think Magic is his best performance.
Magic is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
This is cruel of you, you know. This is cruel of you. Oh, and the music, the Howard Shaw. Oh! Well, when I die an untimely death, which I will, I wouldn't be mad if you said, listen to this commentary. Tom says that he wants this to play at his funeral. The credits music of Silence of the Lambs This is by far the longest credits I watch. I've literally gone all the way up to my TV screen, fingered Anthony Hopkins, and gone all the way to the end.
Wow.
And then... Oh, it's just fucking the best movie ever made. I'm going to say it. Silence of the Lambs is my new favourite film.
Really?
It's got to be. It's got to be over Shawshank.
Yeah.
But then I'll watch the final half an hour of Shawshank and go...
I prefer Silence to Shawshank, if that helps.
Precious Darla.
Darla?
Darla!
Please help me convince Jess to do Darla and Nemo in a bag as Halloween costume.
Who's Darla?
In Finding Nemo, Darla is the son of the dentist who shakes all the fish in the bag. I'm going to be Nemo in a bag and she's going to be Darla.
Okay, I can see...
The other one I want to convince
I can
her to
see
do is...
Jess putting on some fake braces.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that. How can she put on fake braces?
Okay, we won't do that. The one I really want to do is she's Remy the Rat and I'm Linguini. We went to...
And she rides you all night.
We went to
Oh, sorry, the commentary's already still on.
We went to Pop-Tarts, the best night out in Sheffield ever, the other week. And one of the societies all came as Ratatouille, so they were all partnered up. Half of them as rats and half of them as
Please,
chefs.
God, say that they had a black guy. Did
No,
somebody black up?
They all came as Linguini and Remy.
Okay. Nobody came as the other rats or the other members of the...
No.
Okay.
I killed a man. With this
With this storm.
Tannenbaum.
Where? Oh, yeah, oh. I want you now to name everybody in the Royal Tenenbaums family. Go.
The actors are the characters.
Actors is fine.
Thank you very much. Well, I can say... I know Royal is a...
Royal Tenenbaum, yes.
Who is Gene Kelly.
You-
I got you. Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be depressing. This comes out in what, March? We're recording this in October.
Are you saying Gene Hackman will be
Will,
dead? But
Will asked me earlier this day, who do you think's next to die? Assistant Moth Wrangler. Wonderful.
what a credit.
I would, yeah, okay.
Gene Hackman. Okay.
His wife is
Angelica Houston.
very good.
Thank you.
2 boys.
Okay.
No, who's the adopted boy?
Owen Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
No, sorry. That's what I meant. Luke Wilson.
Sure. His daughter.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
His son.
The funny man. Ben Stiller.
So he must always be introduced.
Yeah.
The funny man, Ben Stiller. Who does Angelica Houston end up getting married to?
Bill Murray.
Danny Glover.
Oh, Danny Glover.
Who is Gwyneth Paltrow married to?
Owen Wilson.
Bill Murray!
Is she?
Yes!
It's a bit weird.
I think it has a thing about
No moths were harmed.
Eventually. I remember buying this DVD and watching the 2D special edition and going, wow. Maybe not.
I've just realised the scene's still going.
I've told you, this is the longest
Is
I've
he
ever...
still in there somewhere?
No,
In shots?
it's all the way up the road.
Okay.
Adele?
Adele Dazeem.
Yeah, Adele. I would like to thank
Wicked.
the Oscar-winning Frozen Trey Wilson. Cheers. Here's to Trey Wilson. Doesn't it say anything about moths?
I guess moths were harmed in the making of this film.
And a luta continua.
And Orion Pictures release.
Orion, who would be bankrupt.
When?
When,
Tom?
I think when they...
Rawr.
They made Dances with Wolves, which was a Best Picture winner.
Kevin Costner?
Yes, Kevin Costner. And that was Best Picture winning. This was Best Picture winning, but Orion still went to bankruptcy. That was Silence of the Lambs. Tomorrow morning, we will be severely hungover and we will be doing Back to the Future. Or...
And I've got to drive home.
You'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. God bless you all. I'm not religious. Are you religious, Will?
I've been christened, but I don't believe.
I have also been christened, but I don't believe.
I believe in an afterlife, because I don't want to believe there's nothing.
As my mother once said, I believe in an afterlife because I have to. Which I often say is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, but is also the most depressing. Will, can you finally admit that Silence of the Lambs is the best Hannibal Lecter movie?
The best movie with Hannibal Lecter in, or the best Hannibal Lecter? They're very different. They're very different. Because we get more Hannibal in the rest.
Not really, though.
No, in Hannibal we do.
In Hannibal we do, but we also have a load of Mason Verger, and we also have a lot of Inspector Palazzi.
Yeah, go on.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.